Assalamualaikum. Good morning, class. You are so happy and fresh today. I'm glad to see this. It means you all are ready for English class, right? Good. Adit, please let's pray.
Let's begin our lesson by saying Basmalah together.
Okay, student, who absent today?
Rizky and Fatin absent today, ma'am. Rizky is sick and Fatin going to her sister graduation. So today they are absent, ma'am.
Okay, Hesti, thank you for your information. I hope they will join with us soon. Okay, student, before start the class, I want to give you some motivation in this morning. That is, education is not just going to school getting a grade, but it also about expanding knowledge and absorbing life science. Alright, student, today we will listen about chapter 9. It is about text biography. You can open chapter 9 on page 139. It is explain the biographical text. Anyone know what is meant by biographical text?
May I try, ma'am?
Yes, Tasha?
Biography or called bio is a description of a person's life. It can be from education, work, relationship with other people, events that he experiences, his personality to his death. I think it's all, ma'am.
Alright, good, Tasha. So, student, a biographical text is a text that tells about the whole or parts of someone's life. It implies the person's detailed life events like where or she or he was born, grew up, what has she or he achieved in life, or how and later he or his death. So the biography have a function. The function of a biography is to know a person, story about his or her life outside of any accomplishment this person might be known for, and to give much information easily and education to readers. Okay, biography also have a characteristic. The characteristic of biography is not written by subject and always written in the third person. Based on research, describe the person surrounding where, when, and how the person lived. And also what, where, when, why, and how. This is a why and how question, you know? Okay, and then the next is use vivid language to narrative event. Okay, student, the next is a type of biography. Biography is have two type, and the first is short biography. This is a focus on only highlight of a person's life, and the next long biography. It is about life and time of someone in a lot more detail. The generic structure of biography text are: the first is orientation or introduction. It is the opening paragraph. It gives the reader's background or information of the person. And then the event. The event is a chronological order. And the last is a reorientation or closing. It is a consists of a conclusion or command of the writer. It's tell about achievement or the contribution of the person. And the next part is this is about the biography is a language feature of a biography. It means the biography linguistic feature. This is a use simple past tense. For example, he was born on August 17 in Jakarta, Indonesia. So the simple past tense here is was. And the next is use time sequence. For example, his parents were divorced when he was 3 years old. And use time sequence is when. And the next is focus on specific participants. For example, Abraham Lincoln was born in 1809 in Kentucky, USA. So the specific participant is Abraham Lincoln. And use action research. I mean use action verb. This is the, for example, he did different type of jobs. Action verb is did. Well, class, I'm going to show you some of a characteristic of one of the famous figure. So please pay attention and try to guess it. Okay, student, you know what the name of this famous figure is and who is the figure behind this famous person? Why is he famous?
Ma'am,
Yes, Bella?
he is Ki Hajar Dewantara. Ki Hajar Dewantara is the father of national education through his struggle in politics and education. He became a highly respected figure and received various important positions in the government, namely becoming Minister of Education and Culture in 1915 and appointing Ki Hajar Dewantara as a national hero in 1959. I think it is, ma'am.
Okay, good answer, Bella. How about you, Nada?
In my opinion, Ki Hajar Dewantara is actually not the real name of this figure who is also known as the father of national education. His real name is Raden Mas Suwardi Sudraningrat. Starting 1922, his name was changed to Ki Hajar Dewantara, then abbreviated as Suwardi or KHD. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Alright, good idea, Bella and Nada. What both of you talk about is the ring things. This topic is very important. That's why we are going to talk about biography text in our lesson today. Well, the purpose of this lesson is for you to able to identify the social function, text structure, and linguistic element in the biographical text of the character according to the context of their use correctly. And the next is determine the social function, text structure, and linguistic elements in the character biographical text according to the context of each use correctly. And the last is a fine example of biographical text and practice material as a reference with confident and responsible. So today we will make group activities. To do these activities, you have to sit in group 4. You might start right now. Okay class, I'm going to show you a video about biography and please watch correctly. And you have to do the task in the worksheet given.
On May 2nd, 1889, Ki Hajar Dewantara was born in Yogyakarta. The original name of Ki Hajar Dewantara is Raden Mas Suwardi Suryaningrat. He came from a family of Yogyakarta Kingdom. Raden Mas Suwardi Suryaningrat, he was renamed Ki Hajar Dewantara when he was 14 years old in Chaka year count. Since that time, he was no longer using Nairit before his name. It is intended that he be free to close to the people, both physically and his heart. He is a figure of a polite, simple, and noble-hearted. Although the gentility, but Ki Hajar Dewantara still hang out with the people downstairs and diligently provide succor to the needy. The journey of life, Ki Hajar Dewantara really characterized the struggle and devotion in the interest of his people. He completed elementary school in ELS, Netherlands Elementary School, then extends to the Stovia School Dr. Bumiputra, but not until the end due to illness. He then worked as journalist in several newspapers, among others, Setio Tomo, Java, Midende Express, Indian Utusan, Kaum, Muda Cahaya, Timur, and Pusara. In his time, he belongs to the author reliable. His writings are very communicative, sharp, and so capable of uplifting patriotic anti-colonial for readers. Ki Hajar Dewantara, in addition to young journalist as a tenacious, he was also active in social and political organization. In 1998, he was active in Budi Utama propaganda section to socialize and advocate awareness of Indonesia at the time about the importance of unity in a nation and state. Ki Hajar Dewantara was very active and concerned with the world of education. One of the proof, such as he established the school ground students in 1922. He gave the example of an motivation to young people to keep patient in learning about science. One of the motivation words of Ki Hajar Dewantara, which until now is still inherent in the minds of us, namely Tuturi Handayani. Ing ngarsa sung tulodo, ing madya mangun karsa, Tuturi Handayani.
Well, student, after you watch the video, please answer the question provided in the worksheet that I provide. Who want the answer number 1?
Ma'am, I want to answer number 1. The answer is when he was 14 years old, according to the Javanese calendar, he changed his name to Ki Hajar Dewantara.
Good. How about number 2?
Me, ma'am.
Alright, Mila, go ahead.
The answer is Ki Hajar Dewantara was the father of education and Indonesia's first Minister of Education and Culture. He founded a school called the Taman Siswa Nasional College, or it could be called Taman Siswa. That's all, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, good, Mila. How about the last question?
Me, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead, Nana.
The answer is, according to Ki Hajar Dewantara, education is a cultural effort that intends to provide guidance in the life of the growth of the body and soul of students so that in the lines of their personal, natural, and environmental influence, they can get the progress in inner and outer life. Is it, ma'am?
Alright, good answer, student. Okay, everyone, time to answer the sheet is over. I'm so proud of you all. The group did good jobs. Thank you. Well, class, I'm going to show you a text biography Ki Hajar Dewantara. Please attention to this text. Then discuss with your group. If you don't understand, please be free to ask.
Ma'am, may I ask you?
Sure. What do you want to ask, Nana?
From the text, how to determine the superior character of the figure in the biographical text, ma'am?
Good question. Is there anyone who wants to answer the Nana's question?
May I try, ma'am? From the text, in my opinion, there are two ways to convey the superior character of the figure. That is directly. What it means directly is that the superior character of the figure is written through direct statements so that the reader does not need to analyze the implied meaning. And the next is descriptive. What is mainly by descriptive is that the superior character of the figure is written by describing how the character deals with the problem he faces, or by describing the character sentence, or by presenting another character who tells or give the statement about the character superior character, the figures.
Good job. Your answer almost perfect. Alright student, for now you should search the website about biography text and you can use your mobile phone to browse the address, and then after that please practice reading the biography text that given in the website that you search. Okay student, I want to ask you to read your biography text. Who the first?
Ma'am, I want to try.
Alright Tasha, go ahead.
Muhammad Hatta. Muhammad Hatta, or often called Bung Hatta, was the first vice president of Indonesia. Muhammad Hatta was born in Bukit Tinggi, West Sumatra on August 12, 1902. His father is Haji Muhammad Jamil and his mother is Siti Saleha. His father died when he was 8 months old. Hatta married to Rahmi Hatta on November 8, 1945. The couple had 3 children named Mautia Farida Hatta, Gamala Rabia Hatta, and Halida Nuri Hatta. Hatta started his education at the private school named School Melayu. Then he went to ELS, a European language school. He continued his school to MULO, Mir Yud Gebrit Lech Ouderwijk. Hatta began to show his interest in politics and national movements since he was 16 years old. He joined Jong Sumatranen Bond and he was chosen as the treasurer.
Okay, good job Tasha. Your biography is very good. And well student, for now you can search several biography texts and give the comparison about the structure of biography text and the linguistic elements in the biographical text. After that, you and your friend will give the feedback for your task. Okay, your start now. Alright student, all of the group did a good job. Yeah, give applause for us. Okay, student, I want you to read text biography. Who want?
Me, ma'am.
Alright Mila, go ahead.
Soekarno Hatta, a proclaimer who was born on June 6, 1901 ago in the city of Surabaya is Java. His full name is Kusno Sorodiharjo, or his nickname is known as Insinyur Soekarno or Bung Karno. On June 21, 1917 in Jakarta, the first father of the Republic of Indonesia breathed his last at the age 68 years. He was buried in Blitar, East Java. When Bung Karno was 14 years old, he lived in Surabaya and studied at HBS. It was told while living in Surabaya, Bung Karno began to get know the leader of the Islamic Union, namely BP, Djoko Rominoto. From there, the first president of Indonesia began to join youth organization in Java. Until his life career journey, he became a proclaimer who contributed greatly to country, and Insinyur Soekarno became the first president of the Republic Indonesia. There are many values of life that he gave to, so that you can take from his story and behavior. From him, the most prominent and charismatic.
Okay, alright, good Mila. From Mila's biography text, we can analyze the structure and linguistic feature of biography. For the structure, the first is orientation. The orientation is the first paragraph. You know what? Yeah, because it is the opening paragraph, it tells the background information of the person. Usually, it consists of a person's identity, such as a full name, address, and date of birth. Okay, the next is the event part. The event part is the second paragraph because in the second paragraph, it is written in the chronological order. This paragraph tells about the event happened to the person. And the last is the reorientation part. Yeah, as we know that the reorientation is the last part. So the reorientation, this is the third paragraph because it consists of a conclusion or a comment of the writer. It also tells about the achievement or the contributions of the person. Next, for the linguistic feature of biography text are the first is in the Mila's biography. It is the use simple past tense. For example, in the sentence, a proclaimer who was born on June 6, 1901 ago in city of Surabaya, East Java. This is the simple past here is was. And the next is focus on specific participant. So the specific participant is yes. Alright, Kusno, Sastroadipatjo or Bung Karno. Okay class, finally we have done all the agenda for this lesson today, right? So to increase your knowledge about this material, I will give you the task about making biographical text about famous figure individually and preparing to present them in front of the class by showing a PowerPoint slideshow at the next meeting. So student, what do you think about this lesson?
May I try, ma'am?
Okay, Sari, go ahead.
This lesson is very fun and important because to know the character life journey, make the journey of a character life as lesson, can imitate the commendable behavior, the good behavior of the character we imitate, add insight a lesson for us about the previous character. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thanks, Sari. You are right. Alright, student. Thank you very much for today. I'm already and really satisfied with your achievement in this lesson. See the next meeting. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.